Good afternoon, everybody. It's a nice Sunday. The weather's calm. It did rain a little bit earlier, but I'm coming to the plot today because my spuds, my earlies, I think it's time to dig them up and have a little look, and I think you guys deserve to see that. Yeah, I'm just going to continue tying in tomatoes and cucumbers today. I'm going to give these peas and beans another go. See if I can sow some more lettuces and some flowers. See if I can get some flowers for the autumn. Just have a general potter about. You guys get to come see how all that works. The Swiss chard is amazing. I'll show you that later actually. Okay, cool. Let's get to it. Oh. So, with my cucumbers, I'm just taking, not called spurs, are they? What are they called? A vine. It's growing stem. There's a few of them actually, but I'm wrapping them around my climbing twine in a clockwise motion because I believe, I don't know if it's just beans, but things that like to climb do wrap themselves around in a clockwise fashion. If you were to watch these plants sped up, like a time lapse, you would see them like kind of like moving as they're very much alive when you see them like that. It's very interesting. But yeah, so I'm just wrapping them around, encouraging them to go upwards, and yeah, I'll just tie them off a little bit just so that they don't come undone in the wind. Now obviously, tying this stem to the twine, I don't want to constrict the stem itself because that's going to stop all the nutrients the plant needs to grow going to the top. So I just tied it on, left made a knot, a hole space, maybe 2 or 3 times the size of the actual stem itself. And that way it's not going to suffocate. Same with the tomatoes. I'll just tie them in per branch and then just keep them supported every few stems. I'll just tie it on. I'll let this guy get a bit bigger. And then actually when tying off things like tomatoes, instead of just looping the twine around and tying it off, if you create, say, a figure of 8 with the string, one end wrapped around the plant, cross it over, wrap it around the other end, then as the plant grows and stem thickens, it's got space. I don't know if you can really see. It's got space for it to expand. Again, the whole point is that the twine, the support, is not constricting the actual stem of the plant that's growing. And then I'll just check these things every week, couple of weeks, just to make sure that they're not impeding on the growth. And now we're just gonna see if we can find some spuds. I think it was my, 1 second. Okay, so these are gonna be my swifts. Swifts are the ones that are done now. So let's see what kind of harvest we got. Using a fork over a spade any day. A fork's got a lot less chance of slicing the potatoes. You could pierce them, but less chance of that. So yeah, just got my gardening fork. That's all I've got. I haven't got a digging fork. So I'm just gonna dig them up. Let's have a look, see what we got. You don't want to dig right on top of the plant. You kind of want to go out a little bit, I think. Let's just have a look. Hey, my gosh, buddies. Here you go. Look at that. Yeah, these are the swifts. Oh, very nice. Look at that. It's a proper spud. No slug damage, which is nice to see. Oh yeah. Right, come on, let's get some more. I don't know how deep I should be digging. That's the question. I've never thought to ask. Ah. See, it's bound to happen. But might be able to eat it still. I suppose if you were to do a no-dig garden, because I'm messing with the soil structure right here. I suppose people nowadays grow potatoes in grow bags, don't they? Maybe one day. But this is good fun, actually. You have to be really careful as well to get as many of the potatoes. It doesn't matter how small these little nodules, nodes, or whatever they're called, because out of something that small, I can't even see it in my hand, anything that small will still grow a whole plant. That's why when you ever dig up potatoes, you're forever digging up potatoes and other beds because you can't get more. I think you can store these in the ground. I could just leave them in the ground, just to keep them fresher, more fresh for longer. So I think again, the longer you leave these things in, the more risk they are of slugs and things like that finding them. I mean, just for the time being, I'll pull these swifts up. Yeah. Okay, so my first ever potato harvest, and these swifts, see, like you can see, there's a little bit of damage, but I think that's just from something just giving it a bit of a munch. But that is a perfectly edible potato, nothing wrong with it. A couple of dents and holes. If I can share this with the wildlife, so be it. You get a very small share, because they do work for our ecosystem. It's all a balance, and if they're not there, then the food chain doesn't work properly. So I'll take some nibbles as their payment for helping keeping my allotment as healthy as possible. And there we go. I'm happy with that. Take those home, give them a wash, put them in a bag, keep them nice and dry. Amazing. Now this Swiss chard has come back very well. A lot of new growth here. A lot of new growth, which is good. I can't remember what this is called, but all I know is I've seen a couple of honeybees on this plant, and it's interesting because the flowers are all kind of like they face down. It's like they're sulking. I don't think it's because they're thirsty. Oh, bloody fat hen gets everywhere. I don't think it's because they're thirsty. But I did actually grow that from seed. I can't remember what it's actually called. Where's my tag? The tag's still here? Yes, it is. Oh, it's a borage blue. I still don't know what that is. It's a lovely plant. I am absolutely determined to grow some peas. I don't know, I think it's the pigeons that are causing me the most trouble. So I might get a little cover to go over the top. Just to, oh, there's the grasshopper. Yeah, just to get something to cover the top. Look, these are like the little remnants of peas that have been in here before. I think where I've got a lot of peas, I'm going to double poke them in. I'm going to take 2 pods and then just kind of push them down with my knuckle, just to give us the most chance, the best chance. Safety in numbers. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a yield of these things by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. Okay, so yet again, haven't managed to do everything that I said I wanted to do, which is okay. I'm used to it by now. You guys are used to it, so. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a little show around of the plot, show you how everything looks, and I'll let you know what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. Let's have a look. I'll give you the slow pan around. There, a lot more green. Start over here. So the marigolds have come up very nice all the way along. Nice companion plant. Hopefully the slugs will just eat them instead. And then in here I have broccoli, a lot of broccoli, calabrese, and cabbage are growing in these 2, my main crops. And then here, my little cucumbers, which as you can see, you find one. There you go. Look at that little fella down there. He's a little cucumber. And then my tomatoes coming along slowly, actually. He's gone to a bit of fruit. It's gone to fruit there. I was expecting these to get a bit bigger. Maybe they're not entirely happy. You got this little fellow who's just dormant. You got my gypsophilia, and then the same on the other side. He's a good boy. He's climbing up. Same there. And I've got more cucumber on that side that I've tied in, and this is the night-scented stock. Don't know if you know his channel, but Sean's Allotment, the Welsh fella, lives in London. He said he always grows night-scented stock and that, and then just so it happens, the next day I went to I don't know where I went, to be honest. I think I was in Morrison's. I saw a packet of seed of night-scented stock, so I thought, do you know what, I'll get some. And they do actually smell fabulous. Moving on over here, obviously I've just dug up my swifts. I've got my lovely crop, so I just dug up my swifts. And then these are my caras that's still going along quite handsomely. They're not showing any signs of them coming to the end of their life, which is nice. Here, forever growing fat hen. I got my cut and come again lettuce leaves, which I will take a little harvest home. In here as well, I have my Hollywoods lettuce balls just hiding along. It's a nice little one. Here were some rockets, but I don't think that's done too well. No, that just bolted straight away. And I've already kind of shown you over here, my borage is blue. Oh. Borage is blue with some with some gypsophilia, mixed in with my Swiss chard, my rainbow chard, and just normal varieties. And then here is the Cosmos. I think this is Candy Floss. Yeah, Candy Floss White. And then I'll move over to this bed, which has growing a tripod. These are my seashell Cosmoses, where the flowers are like almost cone shaped, which is really cool. Very interesting. And then obviously here's the radish that I had. Now these aren't the traditional kind of like bull radishes. These are the long ones, as you can see. There. But this week I'm going to try and directly sow some more, because yeah, I'd like to be able to give this a go. Actually, do you know what? Let's pull him up, because he looks like he's about to be ready. Because I don't know too much about radish, if anyone can tell me. But that doesn't look too bad, you know. It's small, a bit small, but I think that's kind of what it's supposed to be like. Or is it? See, look, is it that bit? Is that bit gone too hard? I don't know. Well, if that looks like a nice bit, we'll eat that bit. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Well, that one's about to go to flower. The rest of them don't look like that. But yeah, they've gone to flower and they've gone to seed, and they look quite nice. I need to deadhead these. Look at that. This is my secateurs. Find the spent flower, trace it all the way back, and give it a snip. Same as well. Might collect the seed. Yeah, let's do that with some of these. Here I've just resown all my peas. They are ambassadors, but you can see these were what's left of previous sowings, but they've just all kind of been devoured. So I might get a cover. Look at that sad little one there. So I might just get a cover for these. Yeah. And then here are my delphiniums. Well, some of the delphiniums I've got, and in the corners you see sweet peas that I've sown, and that will just climb up, hopefully. I'm going to get some more broad beans and French climbing beans in here. Again, wherever there's something tall, I'll have sweet peas trying to grow. I'll have try and have sweet peas growing up them. Moving over here, yeah, the onions over here, and what I discovered, garlic as well, didn't do so well, but it's okay. And I kind of sown these ones far too late, but I'm just leaving them in. Just see what happens. If they're usable, they're usable. If they're not, they're not. More Boragers Blue. Well, I like Boragers Blue. And then these are the Candy Floss Cosmos over there. Very nice. Over here is my pumpkins. These are my zombie ones. Another one, that's from a variety that was a present, well, a gift from one of my plot neighbours. And I tidied all this up. Look at these bad boys. Hiding under there. Look at the size of that. Now with this marrow, I don't know when this is ready either. It's a fair big size. It's a big old bit of veg. I don't know if you can see. So that's my hand. Comes about just over halfway. Which is very good. And I got another one there, and I've got some more bits growing there. And then in here I've got my Brussels sprouts and cauliflower. I don't know why I put night scented stock in here, because I can't enjoy it, but it seems to be doing very happy in there. It's the happiest place, was the happiest I've seen it. Over here is a carrot bed with some carrots growing in random places. These carrots are F1 hybrids, flyaway, but 3 different varieties. Yeah, I might where I see gaps, I might just do a little bit more sowing. The strawberry plants don't seem to be very happy, but they might come back. They might not. Who knows? Who knows? I'll tell you what I've got a lot of. It's this stuff. It's bindweed. Horrible stuff. It just constricts your plants. So much of it. Yeah, look at that. How much I've pulled out, I don't know, but I try and get as much root out as possible, just to weaken the plant. Yeah, look like that. Over here, there are a few celeries, like that one. That's the most prominent one that I can taste when I take a bite of a leaf. But unfortunately, I don't know what they'll look like when they're young, so I don't want to pull everything out. I think that's another one, but I'm not too sure. So I'm just leaving some be, and if it grows, something grows like that, happy days. But I'm going to put some more celery in the ground because I love celery. And behind me, more delphiniums. Don't know what colour, but just from seed that I collected from a friend's house as he just moved in. And then I've got some sunflowers in the corner here. I might try making sunflower oil when these are done and dusted. I'll try and save some of the seeds, the flower heads, for the birds, but I would like to use them too. And then my corn just merrily, God, I have to stand back a bit for this one. Yeah, my corn's just merrily doing its thing. Oh, you can see the beards are coming, which means the cobs are coming. Let me show you. Yeah, look at this. That is a corn and the cob. And then when an indicator of when this is done, all of this will be like crispy and brown and dead looking. So that's when you know the corn's ready, and you could literally just kind of just snap it off, which is good. This is its flowers. So obviously these are wind pollinated. But yeah, I mean, for my first year, it's not looking too bad. But yeah, I'm going to concentrate on sowing flower seeds now, and directly sowing some more veg. That's my plan. But yeah, so that's it. That's my plot tour. Oh my god, I said the word plot tour. Ugh. Oh, look at this guy on this marigold. Well, that better not be a cabbage white butterfly, but it's not. Cabbage white moth, it's not. I hope it's not. Don't know what that is, but it's lovely. I love all nature, even though they can be detrimental to the health of my crops, but oh well. But yeah, so yeah, that's it for today. And now I'm gonna go on home with my crop, with my yield that I've collected so far. Take that home to the wife, and she can cook something up for me. Oh, let me show you my yield. I haven't shown you. Hey, look. So this is what I've grown so far. My spuddies. I've got a few more beans. I harvest most of them already. I think these are the pythons. Broad beans or French climbing, I don't know which ones. And then look at these peculiar things. I'm going to give people just a second just to see if they can guess what this is before I tell them. But this is a gift from one of my neighbours who's growing cucumbers. And these are ice lemons variety. Very interesting. The skin's quite tough, but that doesn't bother me. I'll eat it with the skin on. But I'm going to try and dry out some of the seeds and grow some of these for myself next year, which I think is quite interesting. And then over here I've just got some cloves of garlic, just small ones. A few kind of like shallotty looking onions somewhere hidden. Small things. The onions didn't do very well because I did move them. They weren't very happy because of that. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to take home today. Give it all a nice wash, store it, Job done. So that's it. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you guys when I see you next. Have a great day. Bye.